Jessica, Chancellor Merkel has appeared vulnerable for quite some time now, but this decision would mark the beginning of the end of her career, wouldn't it?
Well, Tokes, it certainly looks like Angela Merkel is on very shaky ground. She is said to have announced her CDU party this morning that she does not plan to stand for re-election as head of the party at the party conference in December. And this is certainly being interpreted here as Angela Merkel taking quite a lot of responsibility for her party's poor performance in the state election in Hesse yesterday. And certainly that's what how everyone else in Germany, in the media and politically, is interpreting the results of this election, that Angela Merkel's party and the government in Berlin is really falling out of favour. And surprisingly, Angela Merkel is said to have said this morning that she plans to stay on as Chancellor, and this is a surprise because she has always said that she believes the job of Chancellor and head of the party go hand in hand. But there's certainly been a growing amount of pressure on Angela Merkel over recent months to step down after her party has just been siphoning off support across the country, and also critically for the Chancellor, she's been losing a lot of support from within her own Conservative bloc. So this decision that we've heard from her, which I expect we'll hear more from her, she speaks in the CDU building behind me just shortly after 1 p.m. This decision could be a sign that the Chancellor wants to take the decision of how and when she plans to step down into her own hands.
Jessica, why have the Germans fallen out of love with their Mutti, as she's known? Is it too simple to say that it's all been about migration?
Well, Angela Merkel has weathered many crises throughout her 13 years as Chancellor, but the migration crisis is certainly going to be her legacy, whether she likes it or not. But it wasn't really a crisis of migration that bogged down the government this summer, although migration was the issue. It was just a lot of government squabbling, a lot of hot air. It didn't actually have anything really to do with migration, and this really put off the German electorate. They felt that the government spent too much time fighting than getting any politics done. Her government has also been tarnished by its accusations that it handled the diesel scandal badly. But also, I just think we're seeing these centrist forces in Germany, as elsewhere in Europe, really formally out of favour, and instead German voters turning towards smaller, more dynamic and passionate politics of the far-right party, the Alternative for Germany, and also the attractive young new leadership of the Green Party. And Angela Merkel has been resting on her laurels as a political leader for quite some time. So I think it's a mix of things, but Angela Merkel certainly seems to be on shaky ground.